Good morning, everybody. Quick recap. The purpose of this channel, at least the way I have it designed in my head, is that I'm going to get a good amount of content creators that are going to have access to upload videos to the channel, and then those people, whenever they also desire, they can upload a video and kind of talk about whatever message is on their mind. The idea being that we're all on this development journey, and the experiences that we have are interesting and worth sharing, and they will help other people. So that's kind of the objective of this channel. So today I wanted to talk about this idea of there are only two states of being: love and fear. Love and fear. Actually, this has been probably one of the most fire truck. This has probably been one of the most powerful things I've implemented as of late, and I really only came across it recently, relatively speaking. And it was I think Dr. Wilson has an audio on his website. It's called The Real Self. So if you haven't listened to that, definitely give it a listen. That being said, it is a little kind of hard to interpret. I kind of listened to it. I probably listened to it every day for about 2 weeks just to kind of get a better understanding of it. And I also, you know, once I had an idea about it, I would kind of go on YouTube and read some other things on the internet that were kind of in the realm of that. So it started giving me a little bit better understanding. But one of the things that he mentions on there is that there's only two states, and those states are love and fear. So you can be in love or you can be in fear. And when he talks about love, he's not really talking about it as like, you know, Hollywood make-out sections kind of love, right? It's more of a compassion. It's more of like this encompassing compassion that exists almost like the Force in Star Wars, right? So it's this kind of penetrating everywhere energy. Love is an energy. Love is a force. So one of the exercises that he recommends doing is when you're going throughout your day, you can kind of ask this question when things arise. You can say, hey, is this in love or is this in fear? Okay, is this in love or is this in fear? You can kind of do it as the witness, as a third-party observer to yourself, as an unbiased arbiter to the situation. And what you'll begin to realize is, you know, anytime you kind of have a little bit of anxiety or worry or stress, you can always kind of relate it to fear at its root level. You can always track it back to fear. And if you're supposed to live in either love or fear, you probably would never actually choose fear. It's not a very pleasant place to be. So the more and more you kind of practice this exercise of asking, hey, is this in love or is this in fear? The more and more you can see, okay, I was in fear here. There's no need to be in fear here. I can get out of that state of mind, out of that state of being, and move back into the vibration of love. It's a very powerful thing to do. It kind of goes with this whole, you know, I'll say it another way too, positive versus negative, even though that might not be an exact translation, but for me it's a little easier to talk about. You can kind of say, you can either be positive or negative, right? And there's a lot of books out there. It's called, there's a handful of material out there. One's The Power of Positive Thinking. There's The Law of Attraction. In science, they might call it the placebo effect. In the Bible, they might say you reap what you sow. And the idea is, if you're staying positive and you continuously stay in that state, then all the positive energy that you put out will come back to you. You're reciprocated, right? Versus if you're staying in a constant negative state, then that energy is also going to be reciprocated to you, right? So it's really a waste of energy, and it will just cause more stress and pain and angst in your life if you stay in that negative state of mind. And I've been doing this out the way. Again, it kind of goes back to that initial question of, am I in love or am I in fear right now? And am I being positive or am I being negative right now? And over time, you'll just kind of start melting away the negativity. I'm not perfect at it by any means. I'm still struggling with it, or I'm still working on it, I guess is a better way to put it. But the more and more I do it, the more and more I'm noticing just good things happening for me. And it makes sense, right? Because I'm putting positive vibes out there. So I'm getting positive results in my life. I know when I was first doing the program, I was probably in like a sludge pool of negativity because I thought, oh, I'm never gonna get healthy again. Oh, I have no energy. I feel bad. These vegetables suck. I don't want to eat them. And I kept kind of putting out that real negative kind of vibe to it. And I was probably doing that for like 8 months. It took me a while to really kind of have this revelation that, you know what? The more I do this, the more I kind of drown in my own sorrow, the more sorrow I'm creating. And so almost like a switch, I was able to kind of one day be like, you know what? It's really just a waste of energy. So let me change all this negativity into positivity and see how it goes. And once I kind of made that change, that's when things really started to come up on the upswing for you. So if you're new to the program and if you're kind of looking for that edge, and this is really, this is life, you know, if you're looking for that edge in life, stick to this power of positive thinking thing. Keep things in perspective. Is this love or is this fear? And watch how it changes your life. And don't just give up on it right away, because what you have to realize too is that we're pretty sloppy with our thoughts. So yeah, we can say, oh, we're being positive, but in reality, that little negative thought kind of slips into your mind, and then it kind of throws the whole thing off balance a little bit. So it definitely takes work and time. So don't think that you're just going to do it day one, it's going to be 100% perfect. Although, you know, hey, some people might be really powerful. They might be able to, you know, get into this state of thinking and wield it accordingly. That's awesome. But for most of us, it's probably going to be something that we have to work on. But I tell you what, and this is the truth, you work on it and it'll start happening for you a lot faster than you realize. So yeah, I guess that's it. Thanks, guys.